recent prayer, we contrast the Yevanim, the Greeks, and the Jews, the Chashmonaim. And we thank Hashem for the Nisim, for the miracles, the Porkon. Anybody know what Porkon is? I thought pork's treif. Pork's not kosher.
Wow.
Okay, that wasn't one of my better ones, Max. Okay. Porkon is salvation. Okay? For another class, we'll go into the difference between Nisim and Porkon. The miracles and salvation, what's the difference? That's for another time. So we say in the Al Nisim, and again, we contrast the Greeks and the Jews. And so we're going to discuss now what we say is Utameyin biyat tahorim. We refer to the nace that Hashem saved us, that the impure people were defeated by the tahorim, by the pure people, in reference to the Jewish people. Ushayim biyat tzadikim. And the wicked were victorious by the tzaddikim, by the righteous people. So, these two are hard to understand. What is the chiddush? What's the extra novel idea that we're saying? That Hashem saved us. I understand the other ones. When we say Kiborim b'yad chaloshim, we say that even though the Greeks were stronger than we were, so we still were able to defeat them. Rabim ma'atim. They were much more numerous than we were. We were a small army. They had a huge army. And we were victorious over them. So that makes sense. That's a kiddush. It's not. It's against the way of the world. So we're thanking Hashem for that. But what's the kiddush? What are we saying? And not just that. They were impure and we were pure. They were wicked and we were holy. Okay. Well, what's the kiddush? Well, why is that a novel idea that holy people were able to defeat wicked people? You hear the kasha, Max?
Yeah.
The other ones make sense. It's a kiddush. We're saying, we're thanking Hashem for the miracle of the fact that even though we were less, we still beat them. Even though we were weaker, we still beat them. That makes sense.
Right.
But what's the kiddush of these two? That they were impure and we were pure. Okay, who said that? Who said that that's not the natural way?
Right.
The Rambam tells us, Maimonides, in Morin Avuchim, the guide to the perplexed, tells us something interesting. That human beings that are impure, they have bad midos. They have bad characteristics. They're cruel. I'm sorry, let's start again. Animals, non-kosher animals, they have bad characteristics. They're cruel, they're mean. And a person that eats them, he will become like them. You are what you eat. In fact, the Ramban also tells us this in his Pirush on the Torah, that the non-kosher animals, the reason why the Torah tells us not to eat the non-kosher species, not just animals, fish, fowl, it's because there's something wrong with the character of those things, and the Torah doesn't want you to become like that. But a person that's careful and only eats kosher things, he will become, in the words of the Rambam, it's snura barach. He'll become modest, humble, and soft. So says the Baruch Sha'amar from the Torah Tamima, Baruch Epstein, a very interesting idea. Maybe that's what we're saying in the davening. So, according to the way of the world, in order to be victorious in war, you have to be able to actually have that in you. The ability to go ahead and defeat the other person. If you just not know how to fight, you won't win a war. To actually physically, of course Hashem does everything, but to do a shtadlus, right? The derech hateva is Hashem helps those that help Himself. So how are they able to be victorious if they don't have bad midos, if they don't have cruelty? Because they didn't eat treif. The non-Jews who ate kosher, who ate treif, they got cruelty. The ability to fight. That they got from the animals. But we who eat kosher animals, a cow, we didn't pick that up. We didn't become like the pig and the lobster and all that. We didn't become like them. So says the Baruch Amar, the Torah Tamima, that's the chiddush. The chiddush was that that the Jewish people who were tzaddikim, who were tahira, who only ate kosher, and acted and lived the way a Jew is supposed to live, that they were victorious over the Rishayim and the Tameim. Because the Derech HaOlam is, like we said from the Rishayim, from the Rambam, from the Ramban, that a person picks up bad character traits that you need to win a war. The ability to fight, being mean, being tough. That you pick up from the non-kosher animals. The Jews don't pick up those traits. But Afal Pikein, nevertheless, they were still victorious in battle over the Greeks. So that's the answer to the question. Just to summarize, the question was, what was the novel idea that we thank Hashem, that even though we were pure, we were holy, and we were righteous, we defeated the Greeks who were impure and they were wicked. What's the chiddush of that? The answer is, that itself is a chiddush. The fact that the B'nai Torah that don't live the non-Jewish lifestyle, didn't pick up the bad traits from the goyim and from the animals that they eat, and they were still able to be victorious in a battle, which by definition requires you to have the ability to fight. But even though they didn't pick up that idea, and they were modest, and they were humble, and they had good midos, they were still able to be victorious over the goyim, over the Greeks, who definitely picked up those bad things. We thank Hashem for the tremendous miracle, which is Shalom Kedavach Hateva, not the way of the world.